Hello, welcome to Zest Prime. As part of this video, we are going to understand Spring Boot method life cycles like post construct and pre-destroy. So let me show you the what are the methods are available. So we can see here there is a two special method or annotations are available: post construct and pre-destroy. Before going to this, in any class or any bean we have already constructed, right? So that will be called when we are initializing the object, so that can be initialized automatically. We don't need to do any explicit annotations need to be added, right? Whereas if you want to execute some piece of work after object initialization like post construct or before object destroy like pre-destroy, so these are the two additional annotations Spring has introduced as part of its lifecycle methods. So this can be used with the help of these two annotations. The first one is post construct. So once the object is created completely as part of the annotation what we are trying to use it, injection is done, then this particular method will be executed post construct, right? So the next one pre destroy will be executed once the object completely removed from the context, right? So then this can be executed, and here you can do some additional tasks like cleaning database connectivity or removing any cache data. So this kind of cleaning activity can be done in the pre-destroy methods. So we can able to understand this one with a simple example. So let me create it. So as usual in Spring Start or Initializer, I am trying to create a simple Maven project, a Java Maven project, with the help of Spring 3.2.4, and let me give the artifact name Spring Boot method lifecycle. So let me give group ID comgest. So this is my group ID and artifact ID I am trying to give, and let me give the package name as same comgest. So I'm going to use here JDK 17, and let me add Spring Web, and you can add if interested Spring Dev tool. So this is the Spring Web is basically we need it, and Spring Dev tool is just additional to just to rebuild the project if there is any changes, but it's not a mandatory, but I'm just adding it. Okay, and let me generate it. So your project is generated, let me download it. So this is the project, let me extract over here. So now you can copy this project into your specific location. I'm going to copy into this is the location, and then you can import into your Eclipse. So let me import. So done. So now your basic Spring Boot application is ready, so that you can start writing your control and beans. Okay, let me open the project. Yes, this is the project what we have created just now, and if you see over here you have a simple main class. So now I'm going to create a simple controller. Let me create my test controller. So this is a simple test controller I have created. So we need to annotate this one, rest controller. This is done. Now to test this one I am going to create a simple method. Okay, so basically what this method will do, when someone is calling from the browser, so it will return a simple test message, right? So this is done. So now to test our lifecycle method, so we need to create another main class. So that I'm going to create my database, or let me create my component. So this is a simple component class I'm trying to create, so which I can do a lot of things over here. So let me treat this as a component. So let me treat this as a component. Inside that we can create multiple methods. One is default, one is constructor, and after that, so constructor we can execute by default. We no need to do any additional things. So let me add a simple sysout so that we can able to understand the construction execute part. Now after construction execution, I want to execute a piece of code, so that one I am going to give as post construct. So this is the method I want to execute it once the constructor initialization is done. So for this one we have to tell to context. So this is the annotation we have to use in post construct. So this basically this post construct is part of the Jakarta annotation libraries. So in case if you are using old version of Java, so this is not available or deprecated, so you have to import explicitly. So how to import, I can tell you. You can come back to Google, simple one, and you can add Jakarta annotation Maven dependency. That's it. So you can add search this one and you can able to get the so many versions. Let me go for a simple one. So this is on Jakarta annotation 2.1. It's also enough. You can add it explicitly in case we are using old one, right? So that's the way you can able to get this dependency, and inside that you can add post construct method calling. Now similarly we need to add one more method which is called when pre-destroy, right? So this will be called when object is completely removed from the context. So this is a pre-destroy. The post construct will be called once the object is initialized completely, and pre-destroy will be called once the object is trying to remove from the context. So these are the two different lifecycle methods which will be called once object is creation one and once before removing the object from the context. So to test this one, what we are going to do, we are going to use a simple command window. It's easy. You can write here maven clean install so that your jar will be created. Once this jar is created, you just run the, or you can execute this jar java jar command, so that so let me run java hyphen jar. So you can see over here when you are running jinit, so that time also this is creating constructor and post construct, right? So when you are running the jinit, so that time also it's trying to create objects for this one auto-aware object. So that's the reason these two are executing constructor and post construct. Now we are going to see uh, while application execute time also. Okay, fine. Now your Spring Boot application is running, and you can see, so while creating the Spring Boot, it is trying to create the objects for your components. So the first one is constructor is executed. After that, post constructor also executed. So let me check our application is running or not. Localhost, I think I had given test. Yes, this is the one test. So you can see over here, it's running, your application is running, test success, and you are getting the response back. Now what we are going to see, so still there is one more method is not executed, that is called pre-destroy. So this method we have implemented to do a cleanup, database connection or any session cleanup. So these kind of activities you can be done in pre-destroy method. And if you want to add some additional things after construction execution, so that you can done over here. Apart from construction execution, if you want to execute some more piece of code or some more activities, you can be done inside this method. If you want to remove any cleanup activities, so or if you want to add some additional cleanup activities, so this can be done over here. So to execute this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the execution part. I'm going to stop in the sense, when I stop this execution, so the container will try to remove all the annotated beans or beans from the context. So let me stop it. To stop this one, I'm going to press Ctrl C. So when I press Ctrl C, we can see over here there is a log is generated pre-destroy. So this is the way this can be executed, and as part of this execution pre-destroy, so all the cleanup can be done. So this is the way we can execute it. I think that's all about this video. If you like the video, you can subscribe the channel for more subsequent updates, and thank you so much.